You are about to experience the result of hard work and dedication from the City of Champions, Cleveland's own, 90th's finest. Self-made, hard-working entrepreneurs, unequivocally raw, no holds barred. This is ePIFFany Media.
Man, I just realized I made a grave error. Not grave, but grave enough. I put the wrong show number on the for this episode.
You falling off, man.
Man,
Like you off for a week and you falling off already, man.
welcome back to another episode of the ePIFFany Media Podcast. This is not episode 412. This is episode 142. So I'll change it in post, so you guys might not even notice it, but that's all right. Thanks for joining us. Like I just said, as long as everything is working, it appears to be. Hey, first up, thanks for joining us. Like I said, secondly, once again, don't forget, as you guys see behind me and see up on the screen, we are having our 5K this coming June 25th, 2022. Yeah, man, we're like 4 months. 2 days ago, it was 4 months exactly. You know what I'm saying? And so we're getting closer. We got a good amount of people that signed up. We still need more people to sign up and help us make this event a success. If you know any companies or any businesses that want to get down with advertisement or sponsoring parts of the race, definitely let us know. If you're interested in signing up, go to epiphany.5k.run. It's on the screen, and it'll be in the show notes on the podcast. Definitely go ahead and sign up, and we appreciate y'all. He's trying to point to it. There you go.
Hey, it's completely backwards.
It's backwards, yes. So all I can do is this. So yeah, thanks for the people that already signed up. We really do appreciate you guys. Thanks for the sponsors that already signed on. We'll introduce them at a later time as we start to get closer. But we always need more help and always need more people to sign up. So epiphany.5k.run on your computer, on your phone. Sign up doesn't take that long, a couple minutes, and you'll be out of it. So thanks in advance. We appreciate y'all.
Yeah. Once again, we back with a great show for you guys. It's been a lot. Every time we're off, something happens.
Every time.
And we're not talking about little things. There's always something huge that's going on in the world.
I should have made a list. I should have went back and made a list, because I remember every time, like it was like an actual thing. And every time we were off or whatever, like something happened. Something big happened either in the city or in the world or something. And I don't appreciate that.
Yeah, man, I had people freaking out about the war over in Ukraine. Well, I don't even say war. I want to say the invasion by the Russians in Ukraine. Like people really was freaking out because they thought that America would attack instantly, and would be an all-out World War III. Still could happen though.
Yeah, anything can happen. So this ain't politics, so I don't even want to dive into that part of it. But just, what is your thoughts generally about the invasion?
Hey. I'll cover just the invasion part before I was going to say what I was going to say about the United States. Hey, I mean, it's some people in the world that still believe that you got to conquer, to be powerful. So they want Ukraine back, which was theirs 30 years ago. It was a part of Russia, but they want it back. I mean, America wouldn't have got our independence if we didn't go to war, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So I mean, what like you can have peaceful talks, but I mean,
Yeah, I don't know. I get it. I understand. I guess I understand invasion from a standpoint of like expansion, like expanding your your territory, I suppose. I guess just because it's modern day don't mean that you have to be complacent. You know what I'm saying? Like back a bunch of years ago, people were conquering everything. You know what I'm saying? Or yeah, the British or the Spanish, you know, on boats just going to different places and taking it over. You know what I'm saying? So I guess from that point of view, I understand. Um, just because it's modern day don't mean that Russia or whatever, enter X country don't want to be, the biggest, the most expansive, the most influential. You know what I'm saying? Um, I just don't understand why Ukraine. Like it's a gang of countries that used to be part of like the old Soviet Union. Um, and some of those countries are in NATO now, so they pretty much
yeah,
they off limits. But some of them not. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? I just
yeah,
don't
but the
know why
Ukraine
Ukraine.
was like it was. I guess it would have been a big stronghold if the Ukraine had the United States support specifically. So it's e-
I just
it's
don't know.
easy, huh?
Well, it's just so many countries that used to be Russian territories that still surround Russia. All right, so let's say, for example, all right, so the U.S. only supporting Ukraine to a certain extent. Now, Kazakhstan, which is bigger than Ukraine, right? Is bigger as far as size wise. Uh,
You got a map.
yeah, I can
You
show
put a
you. I put
map
up a
up.
map. Yeah,
It'd be easier for the people that's watching right now, and for
because
me,
like
so
Kazakhstan, it's
I
just
can visualize.
it's equally as close. Like it touches Russia, and it's bigger. Like I said, land wise, I don't know anything about Kazakhstan's economy or what they're good at or whatever. Besides like the Borat movie, you know what I'm saying? Um, which clearly can't be a real representation. And as far as Ukraine, like they have like they have ties with other parts of the world, but that's about it as far as I know. They had Chernobyl, you know what I'm saying, but that's nothing to brag about.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they felt that if Ukraine had United States backing and other states backing, they could never take it back again, or because they probably always wanted to take it back in the first place, but they knew they couldn't if they would have had that backing. It would have came soon, I'm guessing. But
I don't
I
know.
won't be surprised if the United States are funneling um, ammunition and guns and all that type of stuff over the border, though.
Oh yeah, no, they definitely said that they giving them
Yeah,
guidance and they're giving them weapons and stuff, but they
yeah,
said
because
they're not giving them no troops though.
when they said that they successfully defended the first wave of the Capitol, and I'm like, that's interesting.
Right.
Like, how did they do that? So
So let me see. So
yeah,
Angel says scary. A lot of stories are coming out, break your heart. Yeah, so we definitely gonna dive into the people side of it. You know what I'm saying, the
hey,
civilian side of it. So I think
70,
that's crucial.
17% of the Ukrainian army are women.
So not only that, like so with an invasion, get a lot of people leaving, going to neighboring countries and stuff. All men, 18 to 61, I want to say, maybe 65, has to stay. You understand they have to enlist, but they have to stay, in case they need people to enlist. Um, so let me pull up this map. But yeah, Angel, you absolutely right. When it comes to the civilian side of it, that's where I don't understand. I guess war, if you want to call it that. So this is one of my favorite websites called The True Size of, because everybody think that America is this big and Africa, like what I'm saying. But you type in whatever country or state or whatever, and then it'll show you how big it is, like actually is in relation, right? So as you see, America is a very tiny part of the continent of Africa. Even though you look on a map, they look down there the same size.
Yeah.
So you can fit all of India, China, and the United States in Africa. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
crazy.
Yeah, right. So map, and Greenland is my favorite one because you see how big it is. Yeah, it's very tiny. I don't know why they represent it like that.
No, you don't want to go there though.
Anyway, anyway, so all this is Russia, as you can see. It's kind of grayed out, but it is. This is Ukraine here. And what I got highlighted is Kazakhstan, right? Like I said, I don't know.
Can you zoom?
Yeah, I can zoom in. So I don't know the, like I said, anything about the economy or whatever, but that's the size of Kazakhstan compared to the size of Ukraine. Like, so if I move it, like Kazakhstan is huge compared to these other countries. That's huge. You know what I'm saying? So why not Kazakhstan?
I don't know. Maybe is it because of Ukraine is the closest to
Moscow, maybe, if you want to say that, maybe. That's the only thing I can think of. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Moscow can get hit if actually if
So Moscow is here. This is Ukraine. But all of this, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, Belarus, like all this used to be the USSR. Georgia, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, like all Turkmenistan, all this stuff used to be all part of like the USSR. So why not? You know what I'm saying? Like just why is Ukraine not out there?
Maybe because it's strategically from the Ukraine you can attack UK, France,
Okay,
Italy,
that's
Greece,
possible.
all those countries that are in NATO that can be easily, hit from the Ukraine.
Now that's the best. That's the best thing I've heard so far.
Because Kazakhstan is, kind of far away. Probably not worried about that. But the Ukraine,
What you call it?
Kazakhstan.
It's close enough. Kazakhstan, but yeah. Anyway,
Kazakhstan.
no, yeah, but no, that's a good. I can understand that. That's pretty good, I would say. But other than that, I just don't understand it. You know, saying from a strategic standpoint. But I'm also not Vladimir Putin, and I guess I'm sure he got his reasons or whatever.
Like that's why the U.S. immediately had a response and went to those surrounding countries because they know that the Ukraine is it's a good position to have because it's the closest to those countries.
Yeah,
just looking at it on the map. You got Afghanistan, Pakistan, Iran underneath Kazakhstan. So
yeah, they're not messing with this. They don't want to go there. Yeah, no, they don't want to have any doing with that. Because anything south of this, you get into Asia, which Afghan, like all this stuff is technically considered Asia. So yeah, so by the way, if anybody want to go to this website, it's super dope, man. The True Saza is the name of the website.
I didn't realize Spain was that close to Morocco.
Yeah. This like everything, like over there is just. So let me type in Ohio. All right.
Hey, would you go to one of the countries in the continent of Africa on vacation? Side note.
I suppose I would.
So you're trying to say Ohio's? That's crazy.
Ohio is the entire size of the United Kingdom.
That's crazy.
Fit inside of Ohio. 2 Ohio's probably can fit in France. Ohio for anybody not from Ohio is relatively small.
Yeah, but if you drive from Cleveland to Cincinnati, that's 4 hours.
It's 4
So you're
hours.
trying to say in 4 hours you can get from one side of the country damn near to the other.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly that's exactly what we're saying. Yeah, that's why I want to be understanding people. People around the world be complaining like, oh, I'm 2 hours away from my family or whatever. That's it. Like, we got this entire country, man. It's crazy. We get out of here and talk, but I just want to type in Greenland because before I even, you see how big Greenland is represented on the map?
It's crazy.
Like, look how big it is compared to like the rest of the country. Like,
It's not even that. It's not even that big.
no, I don't know why it's represented so huge on the map. I mean, it got some size to it, but it's definitely not like smaller than India. But like, look how big it is on the map. It's a quarter of the United States size or whatever.
What about Iceland though?
Iceland is here. It's super tiny. Like compared to what?
So Iceland is big as Ohio.
Right. Exactly.
Crazy.
Just for relation purposes. Yeah, it's tiny. So yeah. So anyway, if anybody it's one of my favorite tools. It just give you a good perspective of actual true distances, the true size of. Not a sponsor, as they tell you to say.
Hey, so we established that it may or may not be a strategic strong point for Russia if ever it was a World War III.
Yeah, I just don't. Well, I just think I feel like, and I'm not a general or any of that stuff, but so I would think besides that, like I would think that would have to be the only reason for something else to set up something else, because if you were just content with I'm want to reunify all of Russia, why start there? Like, it just don't make sense to me.
Right.
So
When you got other countries that could have been taken over easily.
way easier. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, so that's just my thoughts on it. But then, I mean, when you think about war, or when you talk about war, I guess the part that's kind of unsung is like Angel was talking about earlier, like the civilian side of it. You know what I'm saying? And how many casualties, innocent casualties, uh, or civilian casualties, I'll say. And I think it's somewhere like just under 200 so far, and the invasion started not even a week ago, like not even 7 days. So, like, that's the part of war I don't get, like just going back and forth. And I'm not advocating for war, but I'm saying if I was in charge, if I'm gonna go to war, if I like want to take over something, or somebody had like transgressions against me, like this is gonna be a war, like a real war, and it's gonna be over with. Like, you're not gonna do the 20-year thing what America did in the Middle East. We're not doing that.
Well, to counter what you said, I mean, Putin, he did say after the Olympics he attacking.
But he's been saying that for years, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's been saying that for years. If people don't remember, I think it was 2012 when he actually took like Crimea, which is like it's part of Ukraine, but it's like on the southern border. He just went in there and took that, like, and there wasn't a real big uproar. You know what I'm saying? People like from like the government or whatever, for whatever reason, that didn't turn into what this situation is, like a true invasion, even though that's part of Ukraine. You know what I'm saying? They just went in there and took that, like, with no fuss. You know what I'm saying? So, so quietly, I suppose, over the course of 10 years, Russia effectively surrounded Ukraine, and I'm not gonna say they did. I'm sure they didn't let it happen. I mean, like, what could they do? You know what I'm saying? But at that point, you got the northern border of like Belarus is got Russian troops. The southern border, which is Crimea, got Russian troops, and then actual Russia to the east of them. You should have been. I don't know. I don't know what they was trying to do, but nothing got done. Oh, you know what? I do know what happened. Remember Donald Trump?
Yes.
You remember why he got impeached? You remember why he got impeached?
No, enlighten me.
For telling the guy who's the president now for selling. He asked for help, and he was like, "Look, I'll help you, but you got to give me some dirt on Joe Biden, on Joe Biden's son." That's what happened. Now I remember it all. Full circle. I forgot about that. I forgot all about it. Your boy, your man's in them.
Look, that ain't my boy. None of these presidents. I don't claim none of them. But I will say that Trump, at least he kept the peace. At least he kept the peace. The president before won a war. He did not want peace. The president after him did not want peace with Russia. So now we see. Now you about to see the aftermath of that. Now,
what? You said what?
Did Trump want war? Did Trump want war with Russia?
No, he was too busy beefing with North Korea.
All right, but at least he had talks with Russia. Biden, no, it's not happening.
Biden talked with Russia. They talked several times already. Biden only been in office a year and not even a half yet.
See, Biden, your boy.
None of these presidents is my boy. I'm not even I'm not even voting next time.
No, but look, but like seriously though, like it didn't seem like it was going to be a war with Russia when Trump was in, but now that he's out, I don't think that they're on any type of good terms. Not like they were on good terms before, but I didn't feel like they were going to go to war. But now, like Biden does not tolerate anything that Russia stands for, mainly because they're a communist country, and they're one of the only countries that can, put up a good fight with America. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know about that. Not by themselves. We talked about this a little bit. Yeah, not by themselves.
Not by themselves, but then you got North Korea too, and you got China too. I mean, but then America, we got a lot of countries.
We got the rest of the world, yeah. Yeah.
And we got a lot of technology too, so.
Yeah. Russia don't look. It's a reason why. Look, so we were just talking about that. Now it's a reason that they going into Ukraine, which is not a NATO country, compared to smaller countries that's also right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that Lithuania is in NATO, but like Latvia, like all those countries, or those two other countries north of it they are in NATO, and they're much, much smaller. But it's the reason why they didn't go there, because they don't want that issue. I don't want that issue. So
look, nobody wants that issue though.
That's what I'm saying.
Nobody wants that issue.
And we don't want the issue.
But you don't.
You know what I'm saying?
But you can't intervene in other countries' conflicts as well. If America intervenes, you already know what's going to happen. Anyway,
what you think gonna happen if they intervene? Oh, then war, yeah. Then,
war.
Like
you still young too. You still young.
I ain't gonna make it.
I think I'm a year. Look, I'm a year. I think he was 35, 36 or something.
I don't remember.
Maybe 38. Can't remember.
I ain't gonna make it.
Hey, I tore 2 Achilles. I might not qualify. Hey, even though I can run and do all that other stuff, yeah, I'm gonna be limping.
But that brings up a good point. Like, what? Now, America, like we were just talking about off air, we have the luxury of essentially being an island. You know what I'm saying? It's very difficult to invade, like the 50 United States or the 48 United States. Like Hawaii is kind of susceptible, but We got friends in Japan, like you mentioned earlier. Alaska is, I mean, like you can get in a boat and go from Alaska to Russia in like a couple hours. Like it's really close. Um,
A couple hours.
yeah,
Really?
yeah, Russia and Alaska, like extremely close. Um,
I didn't like. I can't even imagine that in my mind. I did not. I didn't realize that. I thought China was closer than Russia was to
it's,
Alaska.
let me pull this back up for you. Um, no, it's like very close, like extremely. Like this is Russia, this is Alaska, and this is Russia.
Mm.
Like literally,
I learned something new today.
yeah, like literally, like right there.
But then we got Canada that can
Yeah,
hit
that's what
them
I'm
from the
saying.
south side too. So
Yeah, so we'll have help here. You know what I'm saying? But you can it's invadable by location. You know what I'm saying? Or you can attack like they. I don't know what Russia has here, but let's say they have missiles or something. They can attack here, even though I'm sure we got jet fighter controlling the airspace, all that stuff. But it's possible just by location, right?
yeah,
And then
yeah.
you have Hawaii here.
And you
You know
got
what I'm saying? Which
Japan
is yeah,
there.
and then Japan over here, which proximity wise, like just because there's nothing around it, you know what I'm saying, they could, I suppose. But like I said, we got friends in Japan, and I'm sure we have fighter jets that's patrolling Hawaii as well.
Yeah, it'll be
Um,
a similar situation with how Pearl Harbor was, but
right.
in Alaska.
It'll right, exactly. But
Maybe worse
essentially,
because it's close, like it's a lot closer.
yeah, I would think so. But I think you would immediately get like aggression from Canada, feeling like they were also assaulted. Just how far in Alaska is to Canada. My opinion, I don't know.
But it'll be immediate retaliation. Though.
Oh yeah,
Immediate.
yeah, a immediate declaration of war, like for real. Um, so essentially, though, what I was getting at was like the U.S. is. I just want to highlight it. Clearly, people can see it, but essentially, it's an island. Like it would take a lot to get somebody, or fighter jets, missiles, any of that stuff from this side or this side, from the east or the west, right? Unless you're coming up from, unless Mexico is coming in, you know what I'm saying? Unless Canada changed their mind, like it would be very difficult to like invade the U.S. So worrying about like an invasion or a war here from like foreign terrorists, foreign entities would be very difficult. But if that was to happen, though, if we were to have something of an invasion, um, how would you react to it?
That'd be crazy.
Like I almost couldn't imagine it. Like for real.
Nah,
Like as a
nah, I
luxury
couldn't
to
either.
us, and I'm not even bragging. I'm saying like what a blessing it is. As many issues as this country got, what a blessing to be um, difficult to be invaded. You know what I'm saying? We don't have
Yeah,
any borders like that.
like I remember I was talking to someone, and he lives in the UK. He said he's like from some Eastern European country, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was saying like he was telling me how lucky I am to be from America. And I was like, well, we got race wars going on because this was a few years ago. We got race wars going on and stuff like that. Like I don't know. But he was like, okay, well, if you do come to Europe, go to any one of the Eastern European countries, and you'll see what I'm
You'll
talking
change your
about.
mind. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that just stems from like just a lot of war. You know what I'm saying? A lot of like single countries that got divided into a bunch of little countries. So now like you were saying, like Ukraine is only it's as old as I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, I think 1990 or 1991 is when they like formed the country. Like, you know what I'm saying? Where you guys places like America that's, you know what I'm saying, 200 years old or whatever, and Britain that's, you know, a million thousand years old. You know what I'm saying? Like, so in relation, like they still like in infancy, like just trying to build and trying to get something, you know, to the point where they can be, you know, bring something to like the world stage. It's very intriguing. Like when you think about um, just those places. It's, like you said, with as many issues that we got here, it's very crazy just to think about some of those smaller places that haven't even been around, you know, since no time at all.
Hey, but like you said earlier when we were talking about the civilians, the civilian casualties. So if war did come to America,
I like knowledge and information. I don't read for entertainment. I read to
yeah.
learn stuff. I need information.
So you know, if war did come to America, hey, because my thought was, okay, well, you knew that Russia was going to attack. Why didn't you just leave, right? But now I'm thinking, well, if war came to America,
Would you just leave?
how are you going to leave? Number one, because you think Mexico just going to let you in during a war, or Canada going to let you in during a war? I don't know about
Canada
that.
probably would. Canada would to a certain extent, but like you said though, so the government might open the doors the same way when I forget which country was when like the Middle East when they were like you know getting evacuated and people trying to get out of there, and the government was like welcoming immigrants as America always have, but the people like the people of America generally speaking, of course, hated it. Like they hated the fact that immigrants that they would bring in immigrants to this country, potentially, you know, dangerous immigrants from the Middle East. You know what I'm saying? But when you look at like the stuff going on in Ukraine, like Poland welcomed the people leaving Ukraine, fleeing war. Like you know, we'll pitch in and you know provide shelter and food and stuff because we
'Cause
understand people
yeah,
leaving, fleeing a
yeah.
war. Like that's just understandable.
Like
Um,
and Poland is a war torn country because
Poland
of
got
you know
a
what
hell of a
Germany did.
history. Nigga,
Yeah,
World War II, Poland got a hell of a history. So they, you know, so I'm sure they understand it. You know what I'm saying? They like, hey, we'll gladly, accept you guys until y'all get it all sorted out. And Poland is a NATO country, so it's pretty safe for the most part. Um, so I would think, I would hope that Canada would welcome in American immigrants. You know how the people deal with it might be a different story. You know, I people hate that. No, no, I'm not. I mean, it is whatever. But during like Hurricane Katrina,
hmm.
not immigrants because they
It's
U.S.
an interesting point before you
man,
before you even
like
say it. It's interesting.
Hurricane Katrina times, people were like, you know, clearly they were eventually, I'll say this, they were like shipped out of there and like relocated across the country. Now, anybody familiar with the Cleveland area or whatever, you might be familiar with like Westlake and Bay Village and like all of these West Side suburbs, like high income suburbs, where people were given houses and living arrangements by the government as part of like a relocation program. Like, here's a house, you know what I'm saying? Now, I remember being pushback because a lot of people didn't like that because, like, oh, I work this job or I've been working this much time to buy this house and I'm in this neighborhood. And you bring, you know, poor people or people from, you know, whatever area that didn't like they just were given houses and stuff. Um, Now that's a U.S. citizen, though. You know what I'm saying? That's not even somebody from a different country. You know what I'm saying? So I just wonder, or I hope that if something was to happen here, that the people, the actual citizens, not just the government, which I think would do all they can, but the actual citizens wouldn't hate. You know what I'm saying? The immigrants, man. Now, don't
Hey,
get me wrong. I would like a house in Bay Village as well, and for free.
look, I remember seeing a New Orleans. I mean, not in New Orleans, Louisiana um, food stamp card, or direction card,
Yeah,
whichever you want to call it.
yeah.
And I'm like, you know, can we take this? And they was like, yeah. the government said you could take them. I'm like, damn, that's crazy. But like you said, man, people wouldn't want people from Cleveland moving down. Hey, actually, yeah, people wouldn't want people from Cleveland moving to Westlake.
Yep. Exactly.
Hey, that's a no. So that's good.
So,
Hey, I would probably go. I would probably honestly, I'll probably move south than north.
yeah, I'm going to. I can't
Better
almost.
weather.
I almost said my spot where I'm going to my FU spot. I almost said it on
No,
air.
I'm saying like I would rather go to Mexico than Canada. Though. Number
For better
one,
weather.
yeah, for better weather. Number two, everything is cheap because I got to find a job. got to find a job and housing, and I know it's gonna be a lot cheaper if I move down there. Now, quality of life.
Proximity wise, though, if it's an invasion, come on, man. It ain't like you got time to plan. Like, all right, well, if I jump on if I take 77, if I take 71, I
Forever.
can hit here. Yeah, take 71 down. I can jump on the 65 west. Yeah, I could. Okay, 2-3 days, I could be there. Like we're talking about an invasion. Like you go on, like you look like Niagara Falls, 2 hours.
Yeah,
2
you're right.
hours. I'm out of here.
You're right.
What I'm saying?
Or you can get a boat, hop on the lake.
Oh man, 1 hour. We all gonna pile on this ferry. We'll be there in an hour exactly. So, so my last point of it, as far as like imagining, it would be like video games or whatever, right? So I played 2 games that was like wartime games, but they both kind of simulated if America was to be like invaded. Now one of them was crap, and I don't remember anything that happened except for America got invaded. And I don't know, it was terrible. And then the other was like Call of Duty, right? So real well known, good story, all this stuff. And it was like I think it might have been Russians. I think when they were like just like air raids, like they just sent so many planes that it was like of course some got shot down, but it was just too many planes and stuff where they, it was just too many to defeat or whatever. So whoever got touched down, and they were dropping tanks or whatever, troops like paratroopers or whatever in just normal neighborhoods. Like this wasn't just hitting military bases. It's just you dropping it. It's a real live full scale invasion. Now as sweet as it was, because you're playing pretty much an action movie. Like and I was young when this came out. This is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 or something. But you running in and out of like normal houses, like houses that you will see on the street. You jumping over the white picket fence. You know what I'm saying? There's just people running. You know what I'm saying? Like literally running from like invaders. And that's the closest. And we don't even see that in film. Like I can't remember a movie where like America was invaded during war. Like, and it wasn't like 100 years in the future or something.
Yeah.
So like, but something like modern, like that's the closest I ever like experienced. And I remember that like the mission or whatever just had like a lasting impact of like how much. And like I said, it's a game where crazy stuff happens all the time. You know what I'm saying? But it was just something about seeing like a normal American street or running through a park.
Where you live at, just
something
in
that
ruins.
you can go outside and look at and be the same houses. Like it's just crazy to me, man. So crazy.
You can't imagine it. That's why people from those countries, war-torn countries, they want to come here because they feel safe. Nothing is happening here, right? But as you saw,
what's going on?
As you saw in 2001, September 11th.
Yeah,
you seen what happened. It wasn't a air raid or anything like that, but people who wanted to do harm, they did harm. So it's not impossible,
right? For sure.
You know what I'm saying? But it will take a lot to happen for America to be invaded. A lot,
right? So one thing I just wish that people take away, and I know the Ukraine and Russia is supposed to be meeting tomorrow, I believe, or maybe today our time, which right now is tomorrow their time. It's going to be meeting and having some conversations about ending this or whatever, and hopefully they do or whatever. But I just like I try to remember. I remember that I was telling you that I was watching the news when like the first bombing and stuff went off or whatever, and like people were like, what the hell was that? You know what I'm saying? Like that night or whatever. I think it was Tuesday. Like so, remember the humanity part of it, not just the giant political people who Vladimir is wherever he at, and Biden is safe here and all this stuff. Like, but like the actual people that's on the ground, the people that affect, the immigrants that might come here or from whatever country. I just wish people remember, what I'm saying, that it's actual normal people, that this stuff is affecting, man.
Yeah.
This ain't Call of Duty. It ain't a video game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. People had to go and live in the sewers.
Yeah, they're like living in a subway right now. Like
out of fear, out of fear of being bombed.
Yeah. Which is just crazy. So,
hey,
go ahead.
I was just gonna say, but these same people, the government gave them a little bit of training and arms, to defend themselves for this invasion. I'm hearing a lot of praise on the American side, from that. But at the same time, they don't want you. People in America don't want you to defend yourself or your home from from an invader. That's weird to me.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't know, that could be taken a bunch of different ways because I don't know.
It's weird. I don't like it. Yeah.
It's still weird. They applauding protecting your country, but not you protecting your house with a gun.
No, not your house, but yourself. Period.
Oh.
Or your family. You know what I'm saying? But they essentially doing the same exact thing.
Yeah, I agree. I actually haven't heard, and I know that they were doing it. I haven't heard anything about it one way or the other.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, war is not good. A lot of lives are lost. But would you, like, if you had to stay and fight for your country, would you?
Man, I'd say this much: if it got down to me, we already lost. Like I'm not saying I wouldn't. I'm just saying but if it came down, it's like we got to call in the reserves. We lost already. But yeah, I would. As many gripes as I got with the country, it's still my country. It's my country of citizenship. It's my country where I live and my family. So of course, you know what I'm saying. Like if I got the lucky bullet that killed, whoever. You know what I'm saying? And that stopped the invasion.
Be 5 miles away trying to snipe somebody.
Yeah. And I something miraculous happened or, maybe I missed, but I hit his drinking glass. He drank a piece of glass, it slit his throat, he died. Like, you know what I'm saying? Cool, I'm down. Like, because at that point, like, what you got to lose? You know what I'm saying? Like, when you start getting down to your reserves, you know what I'm saying? It's like, if I go, we probably lost. If I stay, we probably still lost. So you might as well go. And maybe you got the JFK bullet, maybe.
Look, I most definitely wouldn't try to fight, but I don't know. The way my mind think I should have went.
Oh no, like in your youth?
Yeah, I'm not saying now, but yeah, in my youth I should have went.
No. Hell no.
Just because just how my mind think about different like situations pertaining to that. But nah, I'm cool. Anyway, the aftermath. The aftermath
right,
first
yeah.
to survive.
Virginia said, if I was alone without my child, I'd definitely stay and fight. Virginia, how old is your son? Is your son grown? Are they 17? No, your son's grown. He gonna stay. He gonna send you away to Canada. He's gonna get you out of here and send you to Canada.
Yeah, but wars last a long time, so does he at 18.
Yeah, you gotta go.
Yeah.
Andrew said, yeah, I'm a reserve. I'm a 5-time reserve. I'm a reserve. Like I said, by the time they come get me, we already lost. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna come pick me up and I'm gonna be drunk, man. He's like, He's a stinking drunk. You can't use this guy. Like, yeah, man. I smoke 18 cigars a day, and look at all this liquor in my cabinet. Like it's a bottle a day. Oh
Stress.
my god, yeah.
You drinking all the reserve liquor.
All the reserve, yeah.
Like France sent
Exactly.
this, it's cognac for the soldiers, for the troops, be in good
Me.
spirits.
Yeah, I need a
Stone.
bottle immediately. Man. So yeah, man. War, like you said, war is terrible. Um, I have a hard time imagining the invasion part for America, um, like ever happening, and then not even that. Also, like just what it would be like, man. I couldn't imagine. I would love to get somebody on the show that was a part of not this one or any other invasion. You know what I'm saying? A old World War II, person that was in Poland
That's tough.
or
That's gonna
whatever.
be
Oh
a
yeah,
real tough.
yeah. They're all like over 100. Yeah, for sure. I'm just saying, somebody that was in a country where it was invaded, man. Because I think, and not internally, because you got a lot of countries, where corruption, including this one, corruption comes from within. But like an invasion, I think is like just like a whole different thing, man. Just a whole different entity. Virginia said he's grown. He's 22. I just mean I'm his only parent. Oh yeah, you going to Canada? He'll be going to Chicago to the Naval Academy to learn how to fight. Yeah, I don't know. Andrew said it'd be interesting to listen to. I don't know how I would find somebody like that, but I'll get on there. I'll see what we can do for sure. I'm always, like I say, I listen and do stuff for information and knowledge, not really for entertainment. This is my entertainment, hanging out with y'all and throwing around some thoughts and questions and suggestions and all of that good stuff. But when it comes to reading or listening to stuff, man, I listen for knowledge. Teach me some stuff.
Exactly.
No.
Exactly. Like today, I learned on the show that Russia is 2 hours away from America. I
It's
never
very
knew
close, man. I wonder,
that.
y'all seen the map? I want to get the official. It's 55 miles.
That's not far at all.
55 miles.
Like you could literally take off in a jet and be there in about 5-10 minutes, if that.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, that'll most definitely be there. I bet you they have missiles right now on the coast, just in case.
In America or in Russia?
Both.
That's kind of crazy.
Hey, did you hear that North Korea shot a nuke off yesterday?
No,
They shot it. Yeah, they shot it in the ocean. It went like almost 200 miles. It went like 300 miles, 355 miles in the air or something.
A nuke or a missile? They shoot off missiles all the time. A nuke, though?
A missile, nuke, something that.
Yeah. Oh, they shoot off
something they shot.
Yeah, they shoot off missiles all the time.
Yeah, but right now, right now,
they just want some attention. Nobody's talking about them right now. They just want some attention. They ran by a dude that's my age,
hey.
like you know what I'm saying, about 30-year-old. Like they just want some attention right now.
Hey, but this invasion got him probably excited. He probably want to go to the South and see what's up.
Hey, go. You can do it if you want to. That's what I'm saying. Like I said, I'm not an advocate for war at all. But if I'm going to war, I'm not about to do this 20-year. We're going to leave from behind. If we're going to war, like if I'm gonna put these 20-year-olds' life at stake, you know what I'm saying, to go over and fight a war or fight for freedom or whatever, these 18, 19-year-olds, we going to take it. Like it's it's going to become ours. Like we're going, like it's going to be, the state of Iran now or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like it's going to be the state of whatever. Like, cause we're going to take it. You know what I'm saying? Like we're going to take it. You know, ain't gonna be something none of this dabble. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. You know what I'm saying? Like we taking it. So, like I said, I hope it never comes to it. But if you're gonna go to it and lose, so many different people,
So
why not? Why not just and come out with nothing? You come out with nothing from it.
look, Russia may come from nothing. If they had these talks and it's going to be a ceasefire, I mean, they did all this for nothing.
Right. The only thing is, all right, so they do all this, and then they just keep that part of Ukraine that they, already invaded in, that they've been in for a while. They're like, okay, we'll stop, but we're just gonna keep this part that we're already in.
So then what? Another 5-10 years go by, and they decided to keep the invasion going.
Look, that's how it seemed to be working. 10 years ago, like I said, in 2012, they took Crimea, and in 10 years, they're like, okay, we'll do the same thing. I think it was Sarah Palin that famously said, "I can see my house from Russia, or I can see Russia from my house," or something like that. I think she was famous for saying that. And she's the governor. She was the governor of Alaska at the time. So, yeah, man. So I don't know, but they say 55 miles is the distance, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. So, Regina said, "What I don't understand is why isn't one calling Trump out for saying Putin is a genius? Because right now he's just an old man on a golf course. Like he's just an old man. You know what I'm saying? You know how much wild stuff?
Yeah, right now.
Say?
Right now he is.
He
come back to reclaim his throne.
You know how much wild stuff old people just say randomly at random times? 70-year-olds just say wacky stuff, and you just look at them like, damn, you said what? And then you look, you're like, oh, you got to be at least 75. You got to be at least 80 years old. So it was a different time when you was born. It's an old man on the golf course right now.
Right now.
Yeah, he did say that Putin was a genius. I don't get it. I don't get the genius part of it. Because, and he said, the full quote was, or not the full quote, but the part of the genius part was that Putin is genius because he said that he's going in there securing other Russians. He didn't call it a war. He didn't say I'm going to invade or I'm going to start a war. He never declared war on Ukraine. He said he's going in there to save the Russian people is what he said. He said he was genius for saying that.
Well, Trump loves Adolf Hitler for one, and we know Putin, Vladimir. I'm calling him. I don't like saying. You say Vladimir.
Vladimir.
Yeah. Glad, but we we know that.
You got stuck.
Yeah, because I forgot. Hey, but yeah, we know that Vlad loves Hitler too. So,
what they were just similar. This is my last teaching point, I guess. Is Vladimir and Hitler? They share just a similar background, I guess. Like they both used to be. Hitler used to be like during World War I was like in the military, whatever. Rose up the ranks, and you already know how he started World War II and stuff. And Vladimir started off as like another government. He was like in the KGB. He started out as like a spy or whatever, and felt like his country was disrespected in this. After the Soviet Union broke up, and when he finally got to power, then he started became like a dictator of sorts. Their stories are very similar. You know what I'm saying? Like they do got similar makeup. You know what I'm saying? So that doesn't surprise me.
Why do our dictators just want to rule the world? Like why can't they just focus on their country and their country only? Like it happens I don't get it.
I don't get it. It's like Virginia said he's going to run again and stuff is ridiculous. Yeah, I don't even know if I'm voting next time. That'll be another story whenever we may or
Yeah,
may not bring politics back. We may or may not bring politics back. But yeah, I mean, look, like I said, I would run mine the same way. You know what I'm saying? You look at Virginia said greed is why they can't. Greed is why they can't just focus on their own thing. Yeah, but if you do it, I just don't understand. Like, do it then. Like, if you're gonna be a dictator, if you're gonna be this guy, then go take it. Just go take it. Like, if you that bad, if you got this strength and you got this much power, you got this much faith in your numbers and your country and your go do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but they realize that America spends X amount of dollars just on the military, just for situations like these. Then it's a cause to pause on that thought.
Exactly. So you should just be content with what you have. You know what I'm saying? And do what you can to build up your economy, whatever that. Like, maybe you shouldn't do what Japan did after World War II, right? So America gave Japan so much help, but it was like they wasn't able to have a military for like so many years. You know what I'm saying? Before they was able to even have a military, it was illegal for these niggas to have a military. Like, they just couldn't have it. Like, you know what I'm saying? We was their military. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all can't have military. Hey, we are military.
It's crazy how these countries have war with America, and then like America puts soldiers to this day.
Yeah, in your country. Yeah, we just hang out forever.
Yep. In your country.
Forever.
It's crazy.
Forever. Forever there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. America got a bunch of embassies where you have, leaders of whatever country. And, technically this part of America is technically, or that building, that house or whatever is technically part or owned by whatever country. So if we was to, let's say our military would go to the ambassador of, I don't know, pick a country.
Mexico.
The Mexican ambassador. We was go to his house and kill him. That's technically an act of war on the country of Mexico. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we have those here in America. You know what I'm saying? We have embassies. Like America, and there's tons of American embassies around the world. But America also has like military bases in a lot of countries. You know what I'm saying? Where niggas is just like, I live here now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a citizen now. You know what I'm saying?
Germany. And, Japan.
We live here now. we are here now. The Philippines, Vietnam. We live here now. These are also American places now. You know what I'm saying? So, you got that part of it. That is the beauty part of America. I do like that part.
I mean, if you have a war, you win that war, then you got a lot of power, right? Because we could technically take over. We could have took over Japan, took over Germany, if we wanted to, right? Yep. But instead, we said, look, y'all have your country, but we want to institute a sort of democracy in these countries, so this never happens again.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. So, and I'm down for that, and I'm all for that. But like, if you was to, I'm just not doing the Iraq thing for 20 years though. That would be. I'm not doing that for 20 years.
Didn't the Taliban come in and take Iraq?
Yeah.
We spent 20 years. All that money, all that manpower, all those casualties, just for the Taliban to walk in and say, "Hey, this is ours now."
Yeah, immediately. And man, I showed on politics. They had so many jets and old American equipment that they left there. They broke it all. You know what I'm saying? Shot up instrument panels, pop tires on planes. Like, there all type of stuff where you couldn't use the equipment, but they just left it there. Like, we can't get this stuff out in time, and the Taliban took over. Now, granted, Since the Taliban has took over, we haven't heard too much. I heard that.
Did you hear their statement? Did you hear the statement
I was about to
on the
say,
war? Yeah.
women are still scared and all that stuff in the country, but they came out and said that, hey, right, we don't agree with what Russia's doing. Like we don't think that Russia should just be walking into Ukraine the way that they did. From the Taliban, nigga, if the Taliban say maybe you ain't doing this the right way, Russia. That's
right.
That's probably you probably doing something. You probably doing something messed up. If the Taliban say
right, like it wasn't like it was any beef, anything that was going on.
You just walked
You
in
know
and
what I'm
said,
saying?
"This is ours now."
Like we understand why America came over here and did what they did because of what we did.
Right.
But the Ukraine was just chilling peacefully.
Even
nothing
nigga,
was going on.
The Taliban said, "Hey, I wouldn't have did it." Regina said, "Not sure if you'll get to my internet keep dropping and freezing. Freezing, you'll be safe." Regina, have a
Thanks
good
for
one.
tuning in.
We're about to get out of here. We appreciate you joining us for sure. But yeah, man. My ending statement is war sucks. You know what I'm saying? Invasions suck. It's a shitty situation that the country is in. It put the world in shitty situations. You know what I'm saying? Where the world has to make some tough decisions. Hopefully, some good talks come, of this meeting that's supposed to have tonight or tomorrow. And, people are able to return to their homes. And, there's so much damage been done already, so still will be some type of rebuilding effort. But I'm sure they'll get a bunch of money from, different countries, different parts of the world to help rebuild. And, hopefully they can just put an end to this because war is shitty. War is shitty overall, and then especially to like the normal people that are just trying to go about their normal everyday life and buy groceries and gas and shit for their family. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just shitty overall.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Hopefully we don't have another show about war.
Yeah, man. It was a good day out. It was sunny today, and it kind of brought it down. But it's important, and we all learned some stuff here today. A couple things. Angela said she learned not to put silverware in the refrigerator. You put so you had a bowl of chili or some shit, you would leave a spoon in your bowl and put in the.
No, I wouldn't, but I just want to know why when you put silverware in the fridge, like what's the reason?
You get like food poisoning.
So nobody ain't saying.
Huh?
So I'm saying, why would you get food poisoning? Like, are you still using this spoon?
Yeah, I
you didn't clean it up. You didn't clean it off, nothing.
No, I mean you eating it, whatever, a bowl of chili or whatever. And you put the spoon in there, and then you just put it in the refrigerator.
All right, but why would you get food poisoning from that? I'm trying to figure it out.
I'm gonna send you the thing off the air.
Now,
you get food poisoning. Look, I didn't make the rules.
Look, I'm just saying, probably grow. Okay, I understand if stuff grow in that spoon and you eat it and you did because I could. Yeah,
it's something about the metal. Like if it has to be like a certain type of metal where it won't like leave residue or whatever in the food. Like it has to be like stainless or something. If it's not stainless,
okay.
Some type of I don't know if it's the temperature or whatever, but whatever. I don't know. I don't know. I just know what the science say. I'll just tell you what the science says. So anyway,
that's good to know.
So
I don't know. I never did it before, but it's
yeah, right.
It's good to know.
So anyway, this episode 142, like I said, not 412, which means episode 150. We got a food challenge coming up. So we just want to.
That's 2 months away.
I just want to remind Byron that we food challenge is on the way. So you might want to start thinking of ideas. To bring it full circle, Angel sent a out in I forgot what place, Ohio. They have like a cereal challenge. You have to eat, I think, 6 cups of cereal.
Damn you, Angel.
6 cups.
Yes.
6 cups
with
of
milk?
cereal. With milk. It's in a giant. It's in a giant container.
Oh, so all at once. So it's gonna be soggy.
It's gonna be. Oh yeah,
So
it's
you got to
definitely
drink the
soggy.
milk after.
I don't
That's
know.
a lot of that's a
I
lot of milk. I don't even drink milk anymore. That's crazy. My stomach could be done.
Yeah, I don't know all. I mean, I'm sure you can use almond milk. You can use almond milk. I'm sure of it. I'm pretty sure of it. You know what I'm saying? Um, so yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I'll find out more details if you got to drink the milk. It's probably a little, maybe it's a little too far to actually take the to to take the what do you call it? The like the trip out there to do the show. You know what I'm saying? But something that we can definitely recreate here. I think it might be that might be something that we can do. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah.
We got a lot to do this summer.
Yeah. So right. So it's gonna be action packed. So this entire summer stuff's gonna be action packed, and we so if we had to recreate, I was trying to pull it up, but I can't find it. We let me see. We can I want to find it real quick. We definitely can recreate it. What's the notifications? Hold on. Hold on. I don't know. I might have to refine it and post it or whatever. But yeah, we definitely can. We definitely can recreate it here if needed. It's a giant bowl of cereal. I think it's 6 cups, if I'm not mistaken. Can you eat 6 cups of cereal, or is this another challenge I got to do by myself?
We'll find out on episode
150.
No, 150.
Yeah, it's a. Angel said it's
You know
in a
what?
giant. It's in a giant ice cream container. Exactly.
You know what? You want to make it a challenge? Because I do that challenge. I eat cereal. I love it.
I think so. Look, no, I would love to have it. You know, what I'm saying where we could go like on a wall of fame, or ask them if we can do it remotely or whatever. Because I think that'd be super cool. But I think with their with their talent, if you fail, you go on a wall of shame, and you got to pay like $25 for the actual meal.
Never. Let me go to the grocery store and get it for a quarter of that.
Right. No, I exactly. I'm with you 110% on that one. But it would be sweet to go up on somebody's wall or get a picture with the logo or whatever. I think that'd be super cool. But I'll find out more information. I'll get it to you. We got the hot stuff. Still an option. You know what I'm saying? Quaker steak.
Look, I've been building up my tolerance. Now, I was most definitely wasn't ready for the hottest pepper in the world now. All right. But I've been, anything. I was eating a habanero mac and cheese a few weeks ago.
That actually sounds good.
It was delicious, but it was most definitely spicy as hell. I was sweating. But I had a second serving, so it was good.
Yeah, I'm going to have to habanero mac and cheese. I don't want to turn this into a food episode. That shit actually sounds pretty good. Habanero mac and cheese.
Yeah.
That
was pretty good.
All right. So I did find it's in Fostoria, Ohio, which is west of us. Let me see. Cereal Town, you got 25 minutes to finish. Oh, sorry, I said 6 cups. Mm-hmm. It's not 6 cups.
Of course, it ain't 6.
Yeah.
16. How many?
You got 25 minutes to finish a massive 20-cup bowl of cereal. If you finish in 25 minutes or less, the meal is free. You get a T-shirt. You go up on a wall of fame. You win a progressive jackpot, which is around $300. If you if you're unsuccessful, you have to pay $25 and go on the wall of shame. You know what I'm saying?
That means it's damn near impossible. Right now, I'm looking up. Okay, a family-sized box of Cinnamon Toast Crunches, 18.8 ounces.
This nigga worried about the money.
No, I ain't worried. No, I'm not worried about the money. No, I'm worried about the actual. How many? I'm trying to figure out how many boxes of cereal to make 20 cups. Now, 8 ounces in a cup, so you got 2 cups per box. Nigga,
Right.
that's 10 boxes of cereal. 10 boxes of cereal.
Yeah, I think they come out to almost 10 pounds of cereal. Like if my math is right, almost 10 pounds.
Wall of shame. Here I come, I guess. Pause.
Oh man, so we'll start thinking of stuff. If you guys have any ideas or food challenges y'all want us to do, definitely let us know. And we'll come up with something good. We appreciate y'all joining us as always. I'm looking, the panic on his face right now. I'm looking forward to episode 150 more than I ever have. So thank y'all in advance.
I'm gonna get my favorite cereal for this too.
Thank y'all. I think you can pick your cereal, so that's the good part. Thanks for signing up for the race. If you already did, if you didn't, you can go now to ePIFFany.5k.run and you guys can sign up right now. And
ePIFFany.5k.run.
Yep, sign up right now. We'll be introducing our sponsors probably within the next month.
Shout out to them.
Yeah, early shout out to them. So
it's still time. We still got time for more sponsors. So I think it's over with.
Yeah,
absolutely. Still got time for you to sign up. So I don't think that's over with. That's more important. You need y'all to sign up and get out there. If you haven't been training, because it's the winter time, there's no excuses. Get your gloves, get your coat on, put the hat on, and go out there and walk.
Yeah, start practicing. Just like we all do. So y'all be safe out there. Take it easy. Enjoy the nice weather. You here in Ohio, we'll be everybody be outside soon. So we appreciate y'all for joining us. Salute to the city as always.
And remember to own your own. See y'all next time. ePIFFany.5k.run.
Go now.